You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
What's up, Steeler Nation? Welcome to the Mark Lesko Podcast. I'm your host, J-Rod, and this is Steelers Central. All right, guys, here we are, talking point, kickoff. Steelers take on the DAWG POUND in the 412, guys. It's ready to go. I'm so excited, guys. The cavalry has arrived for this game. We are finally back. It felt like a month and a half since we played a game. We are ready to go for this game against the Cleveland Browns. We have how many guys? We have JPJ, we have Jaylen Warren, and we have a great piece of news. We have Mr. Jalen Ramsey back too. I didn't think he would be back until a month or so, but knowing that he's coming back for this, guys, it's fantastic. So how much more can you want? I mean, we've got a lot of great things for the defense. We've got a lot of great things going for the offense, guys. Knowing that the running game might actually be established with Warren, knowing Gainwell is there, he can provide a lot of great stuff. That was what the Minnesota game was so great to see. Not just the fact that the offensive line finally started doing something right, but it's the fact that it was done with the backup. And if Jaylen Warren can do just what Gainwell did, if not better, guys, this team is going to be great. It's going to be fun. It really will. Now, knowing Calvin Austin will be out for a couple of weeks, who knows how long it'll be, maybe a month or so. Hopefully we can sustain with guys like Skoranek, and hopefully Roman Wilson will finally get a chance to do something. But DK needs a compliment, and I know that they have the tight ends to do something with it. That's just all it needs to be. We need to know if this tight end room is as important as seeing a guy like Darnell do what he did against the Vikings. That was great to see. I mean, I'd like to think he's really the tight end 3 on this depth chart. And of course, they bring in guys like Hayward, Connor. Yes, knowing that he's a fullback, can be used as a tight end. They've got 4 of them. I want to see really a lot of good things coming for the tight end room. It needs to be seen. I mean, Arthur Smith, that's what he really knows how to do. He's a great guy to use the tight ends. He used them a lot in the Titans, and he also used them in Atlanta. I don't understand why we can't be using this game as that jumping off point. So without further ado, let's just go right into my 5 things that I would like to see. Number 1, I would like to see Mr. Jaylen Warren get the run game established, and again, do a little more. I know we saw 99 yards from him total. I think it was the numbers. Let's see what I got to bring them up real quick. Steelers, Vikings. So for the Steelers, you saw Gainwell. Yes, he had 19 carries for 99 yards. He averaged 5.2 carries. I mean, I'm not saying that I want to see even more from that from a guy like Jaylen Warren, but it would be nice to see over 100 yards potentially for this game. I know this defense is going to be one of the most important tests we have ever faced because, again, this defense for the Cleveland Browns, guys, it's as legit as it's going to get. You're not going to find a better defense to go up against, not just in the AFC North, but in football in general. If you do something against that defense, especially with the run game to establish the offensive line, that's really what would be the most important thing to look at for this particular game. Number 2, I do want to see kind of a 250-yard day from Aaron Rodgers. I want to see him throw a little more. I don't know what the story is with their cornerbacks in particular. I don't know how talented the Cleveland Browns' cornerbacks are, but I really would like to see some big moments happen from Rodgers. I know, again, all you need from him is like 200 yards. You'd be happy with that. I would be too, but just to see a little more, get that air game going, seeing DK Metcalf have a big game. Again, you got all those tight ends, use them for crying out loud. Please just open that up. Number 3, I would very much like to see, again, Roman Wilson. I want to see someone else kind of establish themselves at least as their solid WR3. I know that we're just going to be using a bunch of other options until Calvin is returned. I don't know what we're going to be doing for the trade deadline. I mean, that's coming up in about 2-3 weeks. That's going to be foretelling too. If we can get to that deadline, I want to say 6-2, maybe 7-3, like whatever the trade deadline or what game we're at, I would very much like to know that we would try to solidify that and make sure that Calvin Austin is there as a WR3. You get someone that has the play calling and the style that Calvin brings, and maybe have him just be just a little taller. I'm not trying to knock the guy for being as short as he is, but like to get another 6'2", 6'1" receiver out there by the trade deadline, it would be very nice to know that we have even more backups like Ben Skoranek or a guy like Roman Wilson. Finally use the guy. Just please, I want to see that and try to establish the wide receiver room. Number 4, I'm going to say, let's just try. Again, I've been asking for this for quite some time now. Let's just please try and get the defense to hold the other team under 350. Now, again, Dylan Gabriel being a rookie quarterback, he did have a good game against the Vikings, but he didn't have like the most crazy numbers. But again, you have a guy like Judkins, I don't want to say Quishon Judkins. I mean, he was the guy at Ole Miss. I remember looking the numbers up for the Penn State and Ole Miss game from 2023, and I saw they beat us, and I didn't realize Judkins was their running back on that team. But yeah, he is very, very talented. So you're looking at dealing with guys like Gabriel, guys like Judkins, guys like Njoku. Again, Mary Jerry Jeudy will have an impact. You're looking at maybe 4 or 5 guys you got to button up on defense if you want to really establish yourselves going forward with this particular season. I really need to see this defense just hold under 350 yards. If you give me 300 or 250, that would be awesome too. But again, it's in Pittsburgh. This team has not won a game in Pittsburgh. The Cleveland Browns, since 2003, they have watched like 40 freaking quarterbacks almost. Like, I don't know what the real number is. It's like 20, 30 quarterbacks go through the line of loss, year in and year out in Pittsburgh. So I don't see why this can't be the case. And number 5, I need to see Mr. Boswell again. I need to see some more of his kicking. I need to see him get at least 2 field goals. Again, I predicted 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals. I need one of them to be at least a 50, 55-yarder. I just need to see that Bos and can still do it. I want to see that from his side. I mean, collectively, what we're looking at, guys, is the whole trap game that they like to bring up with the Steelers and Mike Tomlin, and it's rightfully warranted. I know that there is going to be a point in this game where we might keep it close, but I just think we're going to get away at some point because, guys, on paper, they have the more talented team. I mean, if we're looking at the whole, let's compare who's doing what, in coaching, Kevin Stefanski versus Mr. Mike Tomlin. I mean, I'm going to give it to Cleveland, to be honest. I mean, I think that Stefanski is one of the better coaches in the NFL. He constantly keeps the Browns at least in a conversation. I don't know if they win. I know they're 1-4 right now, so that's not something you can really brag about, but they're just dealing with the whole offensive side of the ball. If the Cleveland Browns had the Steelers' offensive weapons, I think that team would be a very scary team to deal with. But that's the thing. I'm seeing what they do. They keep constantly putting themselves in close games, and Kevin Stefanski is doing what he does. Again, I can't really say that Tomlin has made all of these players the greatest, but I mean, they're just coming with their natural talent. So I'm not putting that over Stefanski because, again, you keep seeing what he brings for his team and how he keeps putting them in every single game all the time. So I would give it slightly to the Browns as coaching. In terms of quarterback, this is not even a conversation. I mean, Rodgers over Gabriel, please. And if you look at the wide receiver room, yes, I would take DK Metcalf over Jerry Jeudy. And I would easily like to think that Ben Skoranek and Isaiah Bond are kind of the same player. I mean, it just seems like it's a slight edge to Pittsburgh on that regard. And then in the running back room, Jaylen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell, both combined, probably do something that Judkins has been doing. But I'm going to give the slight edge to Judkins. I don't want to do it, but Cleveland has a very distinct running game, and he very much knows how to do something. Tight ends, That's interesting, actually. I say all these names for Pittsburgh, but then Njoku is actually like a solidified. He is the guy for them. Just because there's more of them, I'll give it to slight edge to Pittsburgh, but that's a tough, real conversation to have. Like, would I say that Pat Freiermuth was better than Njoku? I mean, it's close. And then Johnny Smith versus Njoku and Darnell versus Njoku. I mean, they all have different skill sets, but Njoku, it seems like he is like a solidified tight end. But because there's more of us, I'll give the slight edge to Pittsburgh. And then finally, again, kicker, I mean, Boz is Boz. I mean, there's no denying that. And then defense, that's interesting. I cannot say completely. I mean, we've given up less points, but I mean, have we played the same teams? I mean, the Cleveland took on Ravens when it was Lamar with their healthy guys, and they've been giving up some points here and there, but I'm going to give the slight edge to Pittsburgh. I think that they've had the just better overall results. I know that the Cleveland Browns' defense is where it's at. I understand that's what their MO right now. That's their identity. That's how they are, staying in games, but they just don't have any offense. That's the thing. And we have the offense. And again, Aaron Rodgers is really the big factor of it all, because he doesn't have anything to do with Pittsburgh and Mike Tomlin's trap games or nothing. He is the difference maker with this whole thing. He's going to go into this game knowing that he has the better skill sets. He knows that he has had all those years of MVPs. He just knows his game plan. He's going to find some way to keep these guys in this game and win it. That's what he's done so far this season. He really, truly has. So this is what you have, guys. I'm very much looking forward to this game. This is going to be a great statement if they do this. Yes, guys, we are going right into Cincinnati on Thursday, 2 games in 1 week. It's just, let's start here. Let's get this defense solidified, keep these guys going. And of course, TJ Watt, Highsmith, get at Dillon, do everything you can to, disrupt. And Judkins, you're going to have Derek Harmon. I don't know if you've ever dealt with a guy like him yet, but it's going to be an interesting test for sure. Seeing the line, shut him down, try to get him to throw, Dillon Gabriel to do something, and maybe we'll get some interceptions and take care of business, guys. So without further ado, let's just get into this, guys. We're an hour away from game day. Let's just do it. I hope we're going to have a great post game. I will see you guys for it. And until then, guys, here we go, Steelers.